So if you're a big fan of cryptocurrencies and have understood the power of cryptocurrencies and you are someone who likes to hold and earn cryptocurrencies, there are about 13 ways that you can increase your investments, increase your holdings. And what are those 13 ways? Let's go ahead and find that out. And this is an article on coinsutra.com. This is one of the best blogging for cryptocurrencies. In case you're not aware, you should definitely check that out. Let's get started with what are the 13 ways that can help you multiply your cryptocurrencies. So the first one, as you can see on the screen, is hodl. Okay, just buy and hodl. This is something that my favorite. So I'm somebody, I really don't day trade or something. I simply look for the good projects, good long-term projects. I buy them and I keep hodling them. Some of the best examples for this is Bitcoin, is Ether, is Dash, and Monero, and many more. So for anyone who is just getting started, doesn't know much about cryptocurrencies, the best way is to buy a good cryptocurrencies and hodl it. The second way is buying holding cryptocurrencies for dividends. Now this is an interesting one because in this way you not only hodl but also you get rewarded for hodling those. And what are those? The one that I use a lot is Neo. There are of course Cost, KuCoin, but the one that I have is Neo. And holding Neo earns you gas, which also have its own price. So gas is about $24. And how much can you earn for holding those gas? You should go to Neo to gas.com to check how much of Neo will earn you how much of gas. Third one is proof of stake. Now this is another form of mining. So mining is where a miner approves all the transactions on the network. Proof of stake, and that's called proof of work. And proof of stake is another way of approving transactions. And in this way, you basically stake a certain number of coins with you and you verify all the transactions on the blockchain network for which you get rewarded. So staking is basically holding a crypto coins 24/7 in a wallet and hence earning a new additional coins as a reward. So these are some of the top ways: hodling, buying and holding cryptocurrencies for dividends. I mean, these two does not take much of an investment. Staking, it does take a little bit of more investment compared to the other two. Masternodes is again more expensive than these three. So masternode is very similar to proof of stake, but over here you have to hold a large number of cryptocurrencies in order to become a masternode, because here as well you are performing the task of verifying the transaction by running the full nodes. Some of the examples would be Dash and PVX. Now this is something that I don't do it, microtask for cryptocurrencies, but I was going through it and it looks like there are some websites that you can try. Basically these are some small tasks, maybe watching ads, for which you get rewarded into cryptocurrencies. I don't know how much effective is that, but it works, it seems. 6 is day trading. Of course, this is the riskiest one if you don't know the technical analysis. If you're a newbie, I wouldn't recommend you to go ahead for day trading, even if you're experienced. And if you are day trading, make sure, understand that it is high risky and trade only something that you can afford to lose. Most people do that. Right? So you can trade on Binance, KuCoin, Cryptopia. 7, the easiest one, work for cryptocurrencies. Work for someone who pays you in cryptocurrencies. So not only you're earning in cryptocurrencies, but you can save a small amount of those earnings and keep them hodling so that those cryptocurrencies grow. So I know many people today get paid in cryptocurrencies, but if you want to find out yourself, you can go ahead. Jobs for Bitcoin, XBT Freelancer, CoinLT, Bitways, CoinWorker. Let's check one of them. Let's check jobs for Bitcoin. So here it is. Again, I'm not sure how legit are those, So I wouldn't recommend this once again, unless and until you really find someone in person or company who is ready to pay you in Bitcoin. These things may work, might not work. Again, the risk that you are taking. Eighth one is accept cryptocurrencies if you're a merchant. So if you're a merchant, you can say that since you have seen the amount of growth the Bitcoin cryptocurrencies have had, and as a businessman, you say that, okay, I am ready to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for two reasons. First, that it will give you more popularity. You will be in the news because you are accepting cryptocurrencies. And the other one is you can hodl them. You necessarily don't have to sell them for fiat. You can keep hodling, and if the price of the cryptocurrency grows, your investment grows. But again, the risk is the same. If the price drops down, you might lose out on. I would suggest do that only if you're going to hold it for the longer term. And you don't want to accept a lot many cryptocurrencies as a merchant. You only want to accept maybe some of the top ones, maybe Bitcoin, Litecoin, wherein there is more security compared to the smaller market cap. Cryptocurrency arbitrage is another famous one which most people do instead of doing trading. Why? Because there are always price change in different exchanges. So you might find an exchange on CoinX maybe which is selling at X price, and you find that ZPay is, you can buy from CoinX and you can sell on ZPay, or maybe you can buy on CoinX and sell on KuCoin, because every exchange have a different prices. So the cryptocurrency arbitrage opportunity, I don't see it all the time, but even if they are, the one thing has to be there that your transactions has to go through immediately, or else you know how the volatile the market is. By the time you do the transaction there, the market has already changed. So it doesn't work all the time. It does work though. Blogging on cryptocurrency website. This is something that the most popular example for this is Steemit. So if you're writing something on Steemit, just to give you an example, here it is. Steemit is basically a social media on the blockchain, and if you write something like, for example, this guy Shinoy had written something after hosting team meetups in Jaipur, Bangalore, my hometown Bangalore, and for this article he earned about 34 votes, 30 messages, and he earned about $60. I would say this is the great way of earning cryptocurrencies if you don't want to take a lot of risk. Steemit is the great way of making money. I'm not checked out of what you all's and yours is. Looks like it is very similar to Steemit as well. Cryptocurrency faucets, again something that I've not used. Okay, so Bitcoin faucets are a reward system in the form of a website or a app that dispenses rewards in the form of Satoshi, which is a hundredth of a millionth of BTC. Again, this is going to be a very, very tiny fraction of Bitcoin. I'm not sure if it is worth the time. The lending cryptocurrencies, like most people do, maybe BitConnect, maybe this is not example of maybe BitConnect. There are also something called as P2P Bitcoin lending, but of course this has risk because cryptocurrencies are not regulated, and if you're lending someone your bitcoins and to get some interest, you might get it back or you might not get it back, just like in case of schemes like Ponzi schemes like BitConnect, and the recent one was USI Tech. You always have a risk whether you will get your cryptocurrencies back. And of course, the last one, mining cryptocurrencies. Again, this is an expensive one, depending from coin to coin. Bitcoin, of course, there is no question. It really needs a huge capital. I have seen many people mining Ethereum using the GPUs. This is a great way of earning sustainable cryptocurrencies again. So to give you my favorites would be first one, which is like hodling, buying and holding. Number two would be again buying and holding cryptocurrencies for dividends like Neo and KuCoin and all. Proof of stake, I have not done that. Proof of master, I've not done that. Masternode. And then again, mining would be one of the one. And of course, blogging. Let me know what are your favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Share this article. I'm going to put this article in the description below. Share this video with your friends who are involved in your cryptocurrencies and wants to know how they make a full-time career out of cryptocurrencies. How can they multiply theirs? Again, understand as cryptocurrencies are still very early and have risk involved. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.